Yes, that's a clip from the hottest movie on demand and digital right now. There are chat rooms being created because of the reaction from this movie, and it stars two very great sisters of mine. Tamra Bass, who made her directorial debut, and the one and only Iconic, man. This girl is history.
Listen.
This girl is a cultural phenomenon. I watched her career from day one to now, since she was a young Meagan. DB, run it down, man. DB, run it down.
Well, since you started out talking about a young Meagan, I have to talk about her film debut on Friday when she was at the ice cream truck. And rest in peace, of course, to Tommy Lister, a.k.a. Tiny, who played Debo. She was next in East Bayou. She was in Biker Boys. You guys were co-stars in Stomp the Yard.
Yes, we were.
She was in Deliver Us from Eva. She was in Jumping the Broom. She's co-starring in a film right now called Monster Hunter with your good homie T.I. She was in Shazam. Now she's in this new film that you both are a part of, and I got to watch it, and we've been talking about it a lot with Tamra Bass, and here she is today, Meagan Good.
If not now, when?
Love me some Meagan Good, yo.
Meagan.
Yes, I do.
Meagan, I miss you, Meagan. I miss you.
Yes, I'm here. Hey.
Yes, I am so. First of all, how are you? How's the family?
I am good. I'm good. I mean, considering all that's going on, other than that, I'm good. I'm healthy. My family's healthy. So, I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well, Meagan. People calling me saying, Sway, I heard you a producer on this great movie, If Not Now, When? I got credits, Tracy G. I got credits. The music's about, and I said, man, this is like one of the second thing Meagan and I have done. I don't know if people realize it, Meagan, that I was co-starring with you in Stump the Yard. They didn't see it as a co-star.
There we go.
See, that was a co-star, though. That's important.
Listen, come on. I know you had limited time. This movie is so important to me because it tells so many different stories that of black women in ways that we really aren't accustomed to seeing. And the best part about this is Meagan Good and Tamra Bass, two black women, put this whole project together. Victor Oladipo, so salute to him for coming on board as well. Black women did it.
Yeah.
Big deal. Say it loud.
And you said when you talk with Black Enterprise, you were quoted as saying divine intervention led you to directing the film, and that this wasn't a part of your original plan. Can you speak to that?
Yeah. TT and I, we had talked about it at one point, and we had decided, you know what, that's okay because we're taking on a lot of hats. We're co-starring. We're producing. Tam had written it, and we were like, it's okay. We're going to actually have someone else do it. And then, as we were waiting for the funding to come through, our director had to go to another project. And TT was like, do you think we should revisit that idea? And I was like, I don't know. Let me pray about it. And I prayed about it for about 2 months. And then it was literally, one of those things where I heard God say, and then I felt him say twice to do it. And I was like, all right, Lord. And I was like, I don't have peace yet. So I need you to give me a sign, And so I basically met up with TT and I was like, look, in obedience, I'm feeling that God wants us to do this. But, I literally 8 minutes later, the bank calls and the bank's like, oh yeah, the money just dropped. And we had been waiting for it for 8 months. So I was like, okay, God is all in this. And really it was just one of those things where, we had to trust God throughout the process because there was a lot of pushback in getting the funding. There was a lot of pushback in selling it. There was this constant conversation about people don't want to see, a drama with women of color. And we're like, that's not true. We grew up on dramas with women of color. And so, it was one of those things where just God was in it and we just had to trust the process. And we're here now and super, super proud of it and proud of TC and thankful that you came on board and we got all this incredible music and Curtis Taylor and just, it's been great.
That's crazy. People saying that they don't want a drama of black women. But then I'm looking at the conveyor belt of reality shows, you know what I mean? That revolve around contrived drama with black women. So I'm so happy that you, one, followed your heart, followed our God in leading you to this film, and are also just standing up for it per usual, Meg. I'm curious because you said that you surrendered to God by allowing yourself to have 2 months, right? And it wasn't even like you chose 2 months. That's just how long the prayer happened to take before you heard from him. Which I love. But then I'm also like, this is still Hollywood. Things are always moving really, really fast. Not everyone necessarily brings their faith into their process. So how do you share with someone, you know what I mean? That I'm still waiting, I'm still thinking about it. Is that a conversation that you bring up when it's like, okay, a couple weeks has gone by, some more weeks has gone by, now it's 2 months?
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing is that, Tam knows me. We met when we were 16 and 19 years old, and she knows my journey. She knows my faith. She knows my heart. And for me, if I jump into something, I'm going to give it 1,000%. And I knew that meant if I was going to, co-direct this with her, that I was going to have to shut down my life for a period of time to really focus and give this my energy. And so she understood that I needed my process. And we had time when we had this conversation. I was in Toronto in the middle of shooting Shazam, and I still had almost a month left on that. And then when I came home, it was just something that I just needed to be prayerful about. And Tam was like, I get it, have your process. And that's what I did. And then, when I heard God, I was like, okay, I heard that crystal clear. And then I felt him say it 2 additional times, which was like confirmation in 3s. And then it was like one of those things where like, all right, Lord, I need to know for sure that I'm hearing this right, even though I did hear you. I don't have a full piece. And if I don't have a full piece, that was a little confusing to me because usually I have a piece when God tells me to do something. So I had just read this Bible verse about this gentleman in the Bible that needed a sign after an angel had already told him. And basically I was like, Lord, I need that kind of sign. And so basically everything came together. And it was like that with every part of it, with casting, with filming, everything. So you just got to be obedient because that's how you're overconfident. And that's how can't nobody tell you nothing when you know that you heard God's voice. And I think that's what really sustained me no matter what the pushback was that we got.
Wow.
Meagan Good is here. I love it, Meg.
Yeah.
I love it. I know you personally, so I even seen publicly, and I'm gonna go into these things. But every time you've had a controversial headline about Meagan Good, I always said, "Damn," but y'all don't know her personally, but it comes with the territory. Even when that happens, being married to Mr. Franklin, or I remember people were talking about the skin cream. They were coming down all this different stuff, the blue dress, all of these different things. You've been in the business so long, does any of that stick? Do you lose sleep over it when that happens?
What's interesting is I'm a super, super sensitive person. And, there have been seasons where when I was going through something and people thought something different of me than what was actually true, it did hurt my feelings, and it was weights that I carried around for a long time, and in some cases even scars that I carried along for a long time. But it's like I've gotten to a point where even with this last thing, when this lady destroyed my skin, and I'm still healing from that. But what I realized was I had prayed. I was like, Lord, I need to be free of what people think of me. You know my heart. Those who know me really know my heart, and those who are willing to know my heart, who are open, those are the people who are my tribe, those who are quick to judge, and those who want to have an opinion of me. That actually is not even really about me. That's somebody else's stuff. I just get the brunt end because I'm in the public eye. But I was like, I just need to get free of really taking that stuff in. And so when this thing happened with the skin, it was interesting because that was the first time I wasn't in a position to defend myself at all. I was in the middle of it. And even at that point when it got really bad, my skin had got burnt off, and I had open flesh. And this lady had messed me up really bad, and I was in the middle of filming, and I realized I couldn't even get on social media and be like, no, that's not what's happening, because I looked crazy. And I just had to sit with the fact that some people were thinking that this was true. And that was the first time where when you can't defend yourself, there's nothing you can do, and you just have to accept that some people are going to think that. it kind of freed me. As hurtful and as painful as it was, it kind of made me go, you know what? I just don't care. I can't do it, you know?
Yeah.
And so I'm actually thankful. I'm actually thankful for the hard stuff, because the hard stuff ultimately is what creates your testimony. It creates even your authority to pour into somebody else's life and to say to them, like, I've been through that and you'll get through that. You can't have that type of authority, and you can't help anybody if you haven't been through something to the point of where they feel like you can really relate. And it could be anything across the board. And so I'm thankful for the hard things I've been through, because it's made me more usable in the kingdom.
Yeah, she wasn't trying to lighten her skin, guys.
Come on, bro.
Come on. Listen.
And I would never.
Okay.
Don't act brand new, y'all.
Yeah. Listen, I know you got to go. I had a question that Tamara actually wanted to ask you real quick. Do we got time for that? Go run it. Yes. Run that question. Okay, run that question.
I would ask her, because this is something that we have. I don't think we just had this joint interview, and we didn't ask this. What was the most challenging aspect of making this movie that you didn't think would be challenging going in?
If not now, when? That's the movie.
Oh my goodness, what was the most challenging aspect? I think the hardest part was people saying that they didn't want to see this kind of film. I think that was like, it's like there's been a lot of really amazing reviews, and that's been incredible. But I was reading like one review, and of course that's always how we are, like the one negative thing that sticks out. And there was this one person who said, well, there wasn't any humor in the movie. And I'm like, first of all, there was humor. But second of all, it kind of offended. Yeah, but it kind of offended me, because I was like, so black women always have to jump around and make you laugh for it to be a good movie? Why can't it just be a drama? Because that's what it is. You're not going to go ask Naomi Watts or whoever why there wasn't humor in their drama, So it's just the reality of even what's going on in the country. It's like, I see what it is, and that's challenging, but I choose not to take on an attitude of like, well, that's not fair. It isn't fair, but that's fine, because you know what? The question is, what am I going to do about it? And how am I going to make it easier for the little girl behind me? And what am I going to contribute to us moving forward? And what is, even our artistic activism, in every way across the board. And so I think that's the most challenging part, is just making sure you always keep a positive attitude, even about whatever the struggle may be, rather in life, rather in work, rather spiritually, rather in relationship, whatever it is keeping the right perception and discernment and mindset and attitude so that you can do your part to actually make a difference.
There it is. Okay. Listen, Meagan Good, man. This film is powerful. It's necessary. I want everybody to support it. You're at home anyway. If not now, when? It's on demand and digital. Listen, the soundtrack, we got her on it. We got Estelle Kalani. We got Maya. We got Gawapale. A lot of great actors in this movie as well. Shout out to Joelle Ashley. She even got a part. Look at that. Megan Holder. Come on, man. Man, this is great.
Makia
I'm proud of you. Makia Cox, Tamara Bass. Proud to be a part of it. Thank you, Megan, for including me in. All right?
Yes, thank you for being a part of it and showing up for us and being a blessing as you always are.
Oh, continued success. We're going to get it, Megan. Meagan Good. Give it up for Meagan Good.
Woo, we love you, Meg.
Take care. Oh, Megan, hold on. Megan, hold on. Kiana, go ahead. Quick question, Kiana, go ahead.
Oh, my goodness. It's Meagan Good. Young Thug dropped about you, Megan. And you tell Beyonce and them, I'm going to need y'all to come to the 804 in Braddock, Pennsylvania. It's a club in my hometown.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right, Queen. God bless you.
Okay, cool. Thank you, Megan. All right. If not now, when? In theaters now. Meagan Good, thank you. Have a beautiful day.
Thank you, buddy.
Okay.
You too.
Talk soon. All right. That's Meagan Good, y'all.